So welcome back everyone, and if you are new here, welcome. This is Study and Work Buddy, always ready to give you information on how to apply for schools abroad, study and work abroad, and that's what we do. We give you authentic information. So give us a like, subscribe if you haven't, because here you get the authentic information to study and work abroad. So I have some beautiful ladies here with me today, and they are all students in Gothenburg University. So they'll give us more information about their background and their experience here. This is some juicy, authentic information for you on editing. With our guests here, they're going to introduce themselves to us.
Okay.
So we start from you.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Thelma Kaliu. I am from Malawi, the warm heart of Africa. That's in the southern part of Africa. I am here studying a master's degree in gender practices, pure gender studies at the University of Gothenburg under the Department of Humanities. And over to you, Matt.
Okay, thank you. Hi everyone. My name is Claire Nkamushaba. I'm from Uganda, which is in East Africa.
Yay.
I'm currently studying a master's program in global health at University of Gothenburg.
Yeah.
So welcome, and hopefully we shall be sharing more.
Yeah. Thank you. And you're also the students ambassador?
Yes, I'm also the international student ambassador at the University of Gothenburg.
Now let's go to the practicalities.
Yes.
Now this is after the hard work, the practicalities of moving to Sweden.
Yeah.
How was the experience with the embassy, getting accommodation, and your transportation here? Can you give me a gist?
I think
and highlight the challenges.
Yes. Going back to the benefits of the SI scholarship, it's so easy for you to get a permit. Okay, not so easy, but it's easier to get the permit first of all, because you already proved that you were being provided for financial support. So work hard for this, because honestly, it's easier. Secondly, about moving in here, because you're already assured that I'm gonna get, my transport, I'm gonna get everything. So you're even more secured mentally, even because I can't imagine how
stress-free.
Yeah, you're not
exactly stress-free. I mean, it's not the easiest. Like, I don't want to sell our dreams here. Because there's certain things that you also face, but it's easier, honestly. It's easier.
Much more.
It's much more easier. It's like you already know I've got my accommodation covered, I've got ABC covered. Yeah. So it's way easier, honestly. So I would say the practicalities, it's not the easiest moving into a new cultural setting when you're used to certain food, certain weather, certain everything. But honestly, it's manageable. And also, like we say, the why. Now the why that you keep asking yourself, because it's not only a why of I want to get a degree or I want to get whatever, but do I want to advance myself on what level? Do I want to because part of the weather here is part of learning survival skills. How can you survive in different, like I'm coming from a place which was like 43 degrees to negative 11. Here I am. But it's both places. I think have taught me different survival modes, and I feel like I can say I laugh with my friends, and they also laugh at me. They're like, you're like coming from the worst, the hottest part of Malawi, and then you're in like the coldest one of the coldest parts. I was like, I really don't know, but maybe.
But I think
survival.
This city is even better.
It is. Umio, Kiruna, Exactly. And do your research before you come here, because the reason why I even picked Gothenburg was it's in the south and at least
it's better.
So I think first part that we also have to mention on your why, research about the places, like just search.
So that the practicality will be a little bit mild. So you are sure, even if you are going to the north, you are sure of the weather and how you should prepare for it.
And also cultural diversity here is, I didn't really feel the need to, because I knew Gothenburg is like culturally diverse. So I was like, we shall find our people. And here we are.
And here we are. And here.
Let's go to your accommodation. How did you? What was the process for you? What are you supposed to do?
Yeah. So like okay, then we move on to accommodation. Like let's say of course you come to study in Sweden. For accommodation here, everything you have to queue, like we say, be in a queue. Like so, it's the rules, it's the culture. You have to be in the queue. So like for me, if I talk from my experience, the moment I knew I was really coming to study in Sweden, I joined the SGS queue. SGS is the platform
the
where
student
accommodation, where you can find student accommodation. So I joined that queue, and the more you're in the queue, like the longer you're in the queue, the easier it is for you, to get your accommodation, and which is good. So you in that queue, you will really like from SGS you get some affordable student accommodation, which was that's what helped me. That's what I got.
Wow.
And now I'm living in a student accommodation. From the points I accumulated and. Like she said, do your research again because
join queue.
Join the queue.
Whichever city you are going, there's a queue.
Wherever you're going,
so search and start. Like you can apply right now, right? And then join the queue. And when you get your admission letters and everything, you add it to it.
Exactly. The day you get it,
and you add it to
keep updating your documents there so that.
So you didn't have any issues with accommodation. You just got your students. Apartment.
Of course, when we arrived in Sweden, before we got student apartments, we had to search for other apartments. There are other sites like Bostad, even Facebook Market, Blocket. You can get their houses and which is good. Good thing Sweden, people are good, they are honest, they're like everyone is transparent. They really give you something really good and something that you're paying for, you really get it. That's good.
But also watch out on Facebook. There are some bad guys there. I know some students were scammed. They collected money from them. When they came, there was nobody around. Some people don't even live in Sweden.
Don't meet the person you see.
So you come see the place before you pay. Or if you have somebody who is living here, they can go and see the place for you before you come in.
But also the university has accommodation now. Sprakspan. I got Sprakspan before. That is also information you can find on the university page, University of Gothenburg page. So I think that's also one of the good ways to have the start. It was quite. But now I had to get to SGS. I finally got SGS as well, which is cheaper. But it's not the easiest.
If you are waiting.
So if you're waiting, you can also try under the University of Gothenburg. They usually call for applications before we come here, and it's part of the welcome services. So it's also another option that you can get. But like we say, accommodation is in Sweden is not the easiest. You have to be open-minded to maneuver around systems that are rigid, and housing is one of them.
Okay. How about food? Let's talk about like how much you can budget. I know we we are foodies. But let's okay. So don't give me your budget. If you give me your budget, maybe to be over. But give me like the usual budget, like a student would have to be spending in a month for food.
So I think for that. First of all, I would like to say like Sweden, like if we are we are students, and the good thing here, universities have microwaves, have kitchens, you carry your lunch. That really helps you to save on lunch. So that's one thing you can really be glad about.
You can cook your food.
You can cook your food and warm it and warm it in the microwaves, and then you're safe. So for
you bring
the budgets, you can bring your ugali, your fufu, everything. From wherever you're coming from, bring your food, bring your spices, bring everything, and know that you're sorted. So buying food here, I don't know. It depends on where you shop from. But there are, I don't know, cheaper supermarkets. Like Ika, Willis, Lido. Depending on what you want.
Lido, I sound like Lido. I'm here like Ika.
Lido is the cheapest. But we are not
cheapest.
marketing Lido, but that's the experience we've had.
My friend, I thought you know on an eco budget. No, I always say, but like what you said. First of all, pack food from home as well. Like pack
some few things.
the things that you know, the dry foods that you know that you will miss. You don't eat them every day because also you're tired. You can't be cooking. We have Nsima. You can't be cooking Nsima every day. But whatever that you can manage to pack before you come here, pack a little something. Because the more you miss home, comfort food is home food. So you pack a little. But like I say, also I think the other thing. You're in Sweden. The options are there. Do you want to be vegetarian? Do you want to still eat meat? Do you still want to, do whatever? So the many options are there. African shops where we still find. I find tilapia. Yo, I think the day I found tilapia, I was like, yes. Okay, tilapia is like a well-known fish back home. So
we too, everywhere. We love tilapia and tilapia with something like ugali.
I also do matoke. East Africans, matoke is also there.
It's everywhere. And the day I found the shop for matoke.
It's like
plantain. So plantain, So honestly, the options are there. It all depends on how much you also network and also how much you want to serve and how much, because you can even survive on bread and cheese.
Or rice.
Or rice and beans.
Or pasta.
Or pasta and chicken wings. They're all there depending on, like we say, how much you want to save. But it's a place of opportunities. Choices rather. Try and there's always fika. By the weekends you always have fika and cinnamon rolls everywhere. And good thing pastries are already made here. If you want them done at home, you can just freeze them. So honestly, their options are there. You have the option to budget or over budget. That's
actually, I also discovered some apps. Too good to go.
Too good to go.
You can, as a student, you can sign up for that app and always get food. Cheap food. Cheap vegetables. Sometimes they're even free. Or even at some faculties, they're like in handles. Like on Tuesdays, they are giving out free food items. So if you're a student and you want to save, you can also go for that. Always contact us. We can always give you tips. They give food items like even meat, mayonnaise, bread, whatever you want. You just go there and pick, and it's free. Because Gothenburg is encouraging sustainability, and it's one of the ways of keeping up with food sustainability, saving food wastage. So
I really want to save food, so I'll come there.
You can always come.
I want to save.
They can come. And any other student who will come to Gothenburg and you want to really be low on your budgets, we have more and more
many
tips.
Options.
Many options.
Too good to go. It's normally the restaurants. At the end of the day, the food that is left, very well cooked food. Then they reduce the price so that it can be taken. So you can wait every time till the end of the day, and then you can get food for the rest of your week. This is really good.
It's really
you save a lot of money. But in general, how much do you think you can budget for the month for your food in Swedish crowns?
I think for me it depends. It depends.
For me, if I'm not eating out, let's say in a month, if I only eat out like twice, I could go for 1,500 to like 2,000.
Wow, then you are really good at saving.
You have to save. You're a student. You're not my idea. You're not working.
But of course, when I first got here, I would buy anything and everything everywhere with my friends. When you learn the tactics, when you learn I only need, and also I think I remember having a conversation with a friend, and then she told me that if you're really trying to save up, especially on food, if a meal maybe outside cost about, let's say 100 crowns, I'll just give it that example, and then you're like, no, I need to save them. Go for like every meal that I have is gonna be 50 crowns. So make sure that your grocery shopping is within that 50 crowns. So I've realized that when I say I'm going to have rice and beans, I know this is 20 crowns. I have rice and beans because it's something that also meat here is so The veggies are better.
Yeah.
The more I do my mixed veggies, the more I love them. Of course, I still have my wings.
Yeah. but it's true that the meat, the chicken in the shops, they are nothing compared to what we have from Africa.
I miss that.
So normally I don't buy meat and those things. I don't even like beef. What I eat more is goats and lamb. But I get it from the African shops. It's better. So if you want to taste a little bit close to home, then the African shops, the Arabic shops, the Indian shops, they would have most of the things you want, but they're a bit pricey. Because they are all.
But the portions are bigger, so when you like divide them,
all imported here. So but you can manage. You can manage. You can find every food you can try. If you missed home food, a lot can be found here.
A lot can be found. There's always people coming in and out. You run out of spices.
Ask around, ask your friends.
So the culture shock. Let's go to that. I think that we are running out of time, so we'll talk about the educational structure first, and what you have experienced, what has surprised you with the educational system, how the lecturers are, how you relate to them as compared to home. So so maybe you start with the education first. You talk about the lecturer. However, I just want to know how you have experienced the education here.
For me, let's see, from the education system, I think first of all it's good that it is in English, which is an advantage of studying in Sweden, so you don't have to worry about much. So another thing is, to me it was not really so different because I was in the American
system.
So we were also using Canvas. We were also having facilitators instead of people who come and teach and go. No, they were coming in to facilitate, and it's almost the same thing like here in Sweden. You can even challenge the lecturer. It's not like you have a wrong or right answer. We say there is nothing wrong or right
answer. There's no right answer,
which helps you to feel confident in the Swedish education system. Another thing is I love the way how people here, like lecturers, are really fast at replying. If you have any problem with your studies and email them, they really reply so fast, which is one good thing. So I think apart from that, the system is really good. The classes, like we said, as long as you keep time, it's all good. And the exams, you have to do your studies, you have to do a lot of reading, which I really found challenging in the beginning, because for us we were used to they just give you one page and you read it and you sleep. But here they tell you to do a lot of reading and reading, of course, which I now see the advantage, and I really like it now that it helps me to read and even go beyond what they've given me, but which is really good. So the system is really good. Come and explore as well.
Definitely.
How about you?
I think it's the same thing with the hierarchical way of doing things in Sweden. It's also one thing that I really appreciate, and honestly I'm breathing. When you're coming from a system that is always like push and go, you never even have time to like just stand still and be able to breathe. But I'll say it's a very
what's he saying is layered. Layers.
So it's very beautifully woven. I think that's how I can put it. And also I think the other thing that I am really shocked by is the for us there are not a lot of people of color around, so I think I was shocked, honestly, and this is why I think I decided to become an ambassador to say, guys, come. The communities are there, only that we are very spread out, but the communities are there. We'll find it easier to integrate, the likes of Sarah, and through the NFG. I think that was like our biggest, pinpoint, because that's how we met as well. So it's where you build relations and where you just build. So please, people from home,
come and experience.
Come and every once in a while.
Okay.
There's no good place, but just come experience the non-hierarchical way of teaching, and the teaching that will really get to you and make you ask questions, not trying to find an answer always.
to change the way you think.
Yeah.
Think differently, you see things differently.
See things differently.
You become a new person, a new human being. So
True.
why don't we also talk about the cultural shock? Like, what shocked you about the way the people are, and the way the people do things?
Yeah.
And your shocks outside the classroom.
Yeah, outside the classroom. Getting used to not interacting with people that much. Honestly, the Swedes are very reserved. At first I used to feel like, oh, is there something wrong with me? But now I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna move. And it's giving me so much peace, surprisingly. I don't need to talk all the time. I don't need to say hi all the time. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm gonna move without bad mood by myself.
Yeah.
It has its own pros and cons. Oh, with my friends. Yeah. We've had so many
sometimes you don't want to talk. Everybody leaves you alone.
So, you might think that they're genuine, but like I said, it also gives you time to do inner work. It also gives you time to do in the spaces that I'm in. Am I appreciated? Is my value seen? Because we're in spaces where you can all agree with me. We shout. But coming from spaces where we have to shout to be heard. But in a space where even the way you present yourself matters. Not because you are shouting, but just because you are speaking. So it's also a space that it has its own pros and cons, I would say, because we still meet up and we have our loud moments. But it's not easy. And also, like I said, from a gender perspective, it's so beautiful to see present dads. It's so it's so beautiful to see present families. Like during Christmas, I went to a Christmas market. You could see the value of family. Like generations and generations. Pets. And you could see how families group together. And I was like, they value family. They value their people. If I'm close to you, you're my person. If you're my person, that's about the honesty. I think the value of honesty and the value of closeness that they have, and the value of family that they have. So I think it also it still is a big cultural thing. You know, it really is. Seeing caregivers as dads, seeing even people with disabilities are all over the places.
They take care
I
of
come
them.
from places that even people with disabilities are locked down in the rooms because it's just like it's a shame to have someone. But it's things that where there's an integration of really diversity and it's really embraced. So
will you go back and implement some of these things in your country?
I'm going back home. Of course I'm going back home. But can we have this conversation in a year?
We'll talk about this.
I'm going back home.
I know, right?
I'm going back home. I'm so pampered to go back home.
Yes, me too.
But it depends on the environment that it is now, because it won't be the same when I go back. So it depends
on the ones us to come and change. Sometimes you're ready to make changes, but when you go, the people are like, try.
It's not easy imposing new ideas. So it's about assimilating. How will I assimilate? And with my assimilation, also influence change. That's all I'm careful instead of pushing certain beliefs on them. And I've also appreciated
if they're not ready.
No, but it's also our great values that we carry in certain things that can also be quite something that we have to, because I've also learned, even just being here, I've learned how much we value our matrilineal societies. We are strong women, just that because we're not highlighted as that on that spectrum of from a colonial perspective, we can be highlighted. But so it's things like that I'm also learning a lot about beliefs. Who believes in what? Let people where they are. Love people where they are. It's things like that I really appreciated here. So if people are just in their spaces, love them where they are. If they want you to talk to you, they will talk to you. So it's
it's interesting.
It's a positive shock.
Have you experienced any form of racism?
I would say no, not in Sweden. I haven't.
So it's actually safer?
It's safer. The good thing is people in Sweden are really welcoming, even if they are not so loud, but they are welcoming. They're always helpful. Even if you want any help and talk to them, they're always helpful. Another thing is they're easy to talk to. At least maybe most people in Sweden know English, which is another advantage.
English, so
it's
advantage and disadvantage because we don't learn the Swedish.
But
it's good for you to study here.
If you study here and you want to learn Swedish, join SFE.
It's
also free.
And the school provides.
And even in the school there is free Swedish classes.
So have
study
you
Swedish.
learned some Swedish?
Yeah, I've just started my SFP and I know
Yeah.
maybe a few.
Will you speak
A few
a little
words.
Swedish to the people? Vad heter du? Då kommer du från?
Yeah.
Ursäkta is the first thing that you know.
Yeah.
Good
If you want to say sorry,
Good
Yeah,
morning.
good morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close to English a bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Good morning, good
Really,
morning.
the more you know about it, the more you. But like we said, interest as well, because I wasn't interested in learning Swedish.
Yeah.
But I think the more I'm like interacting with people, the more I'm excited.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
interact
to
with
learn
people.
more, to be able to speak
So
with
yeah,
them.
But there is no racism really.
Yeah, there's no
Honestly,
racism.
No.
So it's a bit more relaxing. No, if you're afraid of
Just
racism,
be yourself.
it's not
let
really
people
here like
be
that.
themselves.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. especially not with students, at least not with students.
Not really.
Maybe at work, sometimes you may feel like that, but sometimes really it's not racism, it's just maybe somebody's personal
Personal issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, a lot we have talked about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies.
No, thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us, girl.
I hope you learned a lot, and if you have been here with us all this while, it means that you've learned a lot. So don't forget to like. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel, and also so that you encourage us to do more videos like this.
Yes.
And so I'll put their handles in the description box, and so you can contact them if you want, or contact them through me, and then we can learn more. And if you are applying, just continue. If you're applying next year, start getting everything in place
now.
Yeah.
so that next year, as soon as it opens,
You
just hit it.
Yay!
Do everything
Thank
ahead
you
of
so
time.
much.
All the best. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more videos, subscribe. If you want to be notified for next videos, hit the notification bell. And adios. Hey do, BCS.